of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Gang and Aldridge are up front. Murray out there with White. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, we've got Robert Covington, Harden out there with Wall. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Grant in at the center. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and #1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
Now here's Crowder. Covington finds Crowder. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Gay. White against Harden, and it's White missing. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Houston. Walker against Wall. Here's Harden on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Dallas. Walker's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Ball passes to Covington. Second chance effort, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
And he makes the first. Well, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And you've heard the saying on death and taxes. The San Antonio Spurs might be that third thing you can count on.
Yeah, I agree. A model of consistency, and that starts with culture and chemistry and commitment. And they play smart, they play together, and they rarely beat themselves. And that's one of the reasons the Spurs have been one of the greatest pro sports franchises in history over the last 25 years.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Not many guys have a handle like James Harden. Exceptional at slicing up the defense.
Here's Murray. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Murray surveying the D. Outside, Walker. Lock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Crowder kicks to Wall. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's good.
Aldridge is too strong to let a little bit of contact bother him. I actually think he likes those tough shots.
Murray against Wall. For Murray. Wall, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
White the pass to Murray. Teardrop shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, that floater is a shot Murray's had his whole life, guys. The first time I saw him back in college, I could tell right away, instantly, what a great feel he had for that shot.
Now here's Wall. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one good for 2.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Gay outside. Pass to Aldridge. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, he's so adept at finding a way to score, even against tough defense. Aldridge is a load. Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
That's good from Aldridge. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
Yep, that one goes.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here is Aldridge. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Dallas.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Rockets trail by 4. Wall looking for an opening from deep. Harden gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got 5.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
Out to White, launches it. Crowder pulls it in. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Now here's Mills. Last game he had 12. Down low. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Mills.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Ball with it. They get a hand on it. Green in the post. Aldridge is there. The kick out to Wall. High, arcing shot. It doesn't go for him. Aldridge with some nice D. Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Here's Aldridge. No good off the back of the rim. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
Here's Mills following the basket by John Wall.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And that's collected by Gay.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Aldridge. And another shot. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but That is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now, here's Mills. No points in the game yet for him. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Free throw good, Mills. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Now here's Harden. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Nunn. Here's Green. No good on his first attempt of the game. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Lyles, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Jeff Green picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
San Antonio shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. The Rockets have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Pass to Tucker. Fires the 3. Good on the triple.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from 3, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Now here's Mills. The rebound by Jeff Green.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Harden inside the 3-point line, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Spurs trail by 5. Mills looking it over. Great tee that time from Green.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Pirtle sends it back.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
That's good from Tucker.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
Both free throws good from Tucker. Spurs trail by 7. And here's Mills. And the basket is good.
You know, at just under 6 feet tall, you've got to develop a lot of ways to get your shot off, and Mills has a nice handle on the floater.
Here's Nunn. 50 seconds left in the first quarter, and it's Green with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
For San Antonio, they've been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. The first one falls.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
And both free throws good for Mills. Here's Nunn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The pass to McLemore. And another 3 for Houston.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Forbes. Goes up with a strike, and the shot goes in.
Boy, when it's coming off of Forbes' fingertips like this, guys, it is cash money. What a pure-looking stroke.
Now, here is Harden. Takes a 3. John Wall getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seizing the moment.
This time isn't going to last long. You know, we have a window. It goes by extremely fast. I cherish these moments. You know, I embrace them.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And we return to the second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Johnson is out there with Trey Lyons. And it's Mills. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And so it's San Antonio with it. The Rockets making the shot. Now Green shoots over Mills, and Jeff Green the bucket on the assist by Harden. Green's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Mills can't hit.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Offensive rebound. Tucker laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Tucker's got 7 points in the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here's Mills. He's got 6. Happy to see that one drop, shooting a paltry 2 for 9. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 11. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around, but some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Robert Covington comes in for Green. Crowder, he's checked in for McLemore. And John Wall subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Murray. Outside, Walker. And Grant sends it back.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Now here's Wall. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Passes it to Nunn. The kick out to Wall. Shot clock at 6. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Left side, Walker. It's rebounded by Houston. Crowder goes in, and the layup's good off the glass. Crowder's got 5 points so far.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside, Walker. To the inside, Aldridge. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Crowder against Walker. Outside, Wall. Shoots over White and misses it off the right side of the rim. Spurs trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Gay. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the wing right side. Back to Crowder. Pass to Wall. Outside, Covington. outside, Wall. Fires for three. And it's White with the rebound.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Looking to get back on track here, and the layup good by Wall. He's got 10.
You know, one of the things I like about Wall, Kevin, is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
San Antonio calls timeout, and the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands, but he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
With the moment, let's check out some stats for Wall. Great showing for him last season. Around 20 points per game last season, 8 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Now here's Murray. Here's Aldridge. Can they get it? He lays it in. Aldridge has got 7 points.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of activity on the offensive glass that makes Aldridge special.
Inside, Grant. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And the Rockets lead by 17. Here's Murray. Outside, Walker. Feeds it to Aldridge. The 10-footer. That one wide left. Rockets leading by 17. Crowder with it. He's picked up by Walker. The 11-footer. Walker with some nice D. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. Shoots over Covington. That doesn't go either for Aldridge.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
And that one drops.
Man, I like the guts from Covington there. I mean, definitely getting bodied a little on his shot, but still keeps his focus and gets it to go down.
Aldridge. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's Nunn, and he uses the glass on the layup. Nunn's got 6 in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Murray dishes to Gay. To the inside. Here's Aldridge. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
You know, with all his post moves, Aldridge usually is able to trick the defense, but even when he doesn't, he'll still manage to finish through contact.
Here's Nunn, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game. Murray with it. Outside, Walker. Back to Murray. The pass to Walker. Aldridge with it. Defended by Crowder. Fades away. And it's Aldridge missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Wall, good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Murray. Walker's shot is off. Covington against Gay. Covington's shot is off. Spurs trail by 21. Here's Walker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
For San Antonio, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And he can't get the first one. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. And he can't hit the second. And here is Green. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against San Antonio. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 5 seconds left to play here in the half. From deep 3-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. The Rockets on top, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Robert Covington out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Grant, and it's Wall, and it's Harden in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against a team. But in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
And it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
Knocks it loose. Crowder kicks the Wall. Lays it up off the glass. Wall's got 14 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Aldridge inside. He's covered by Grant. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Harden outside. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Wall against Murray. They need this. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with it.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
First one falls for him. Mark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Murray with it. Now Covington defending. Walker looking for an opening. Hits the 3-point bomb. Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Harden against White. And stolen by White. Here's Walker. He trains the quick shot. Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Wall against Murray. Pulls up on the elbow. Wall, no luck. And Walker's got the ball here for San Antonio. Pass to Aldridge. Outside, White. Six on the shot clock. Stolen by Harden. Up pass to Wall. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Gay can't hit.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Murray following the basket by John Wall. Murray the pass to Gay. Out to the right wing. The 3. And it's White missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
It's Harden with the drive. That one, no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Murray dishes to White. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. James Harden, number 1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Murray against Wall. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Wall's got 20.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Walker. Now here's Aldridge, defended by Crowder. And that one's good by Aldridge.
Boy, this is as skilled an inside scorer as you're going to see, folks. I mean, Aldridge has a lot of post moves.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Grant. Green comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for Crowder. San Antonio also making some changes. Lyles checked in for Gay. Johnson comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Now, here is Harden. He's got 10. Shoots from the line. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
It's stolen by McLemore. To the middle. The feed now to Tucker. And he banks in the layup. Tucker's got 12 points in the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Mills. 8 points for him. Aldridge double teamed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Spurs have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Free throws good. Lyles. Houston making a switch here. Nunn's checked in. Then for the Spurs, Jakob comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Green. 8 points for him. Count that bucket.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. With some arc, he takes it up and lays it in. Mills has got 10.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Well, I tell you what, you just cannot help but be in awe of the offensive dominance James Harden has had over the last few years. I mean, he's done so much for this team and done it with both his scoring and playmaking.
And when you look at usage rates, Harden is the offense for this team.
Yeah, you look at Harden's numbers over the last few years, and it has been absolutely ridiculous what he's done. I mean, there's no player who's had a better 3-year stretch in the history of the league. 30-plus points per game seasons the last few years, the near triple-double the year before. I mean, He's a marked man for every opponent, and he's still been able to put up these kinds of numbers. Absolutely amazing.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Mills passes to Forbes. With the teardrop, shots good by Mills. Mills has got 4 points this quarter. Houston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stop.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. He's easily the best off guard in the league.
One shot.
They throw good, James Harden.
And, you know, after being a sixth man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Here is Forbes. He kicks it to Mills. Five to shoot. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. For San Antonio, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Mills passes to Lyles, over Green, and the Spurs scoring again.
Well, you look at Mills and the kind of passer he is now, setting up his teammates, indicative of the kind of work he put into his passing game.
Now, here is Harden, 17 points in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here's Mills. Up top, Lyles. Now Mills. 12 points for him. Pass to Forbes. Down low. Here's Lyles. Rockets with the rebound. Tucker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The pass to Nunn. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. No good from the wing. And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. And the basket by Harden.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive. tremendous night so far for him.
Mills can't hit.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Basket good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Mills. Shot to stop the run, and Pirtle lays it up and in. Pirtle's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Harden's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Knocked away. Here's Mills, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mills has got 6 points in the quarter.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Medu, and it's Forbes in at the point guard. Here's Hartenstein. Pass to Nunn. On deep, McLemore. Sampson pulls it in.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Passes it to Johnson. Here's Medu. Back to Johnson. Spurs passing it around. Here's Sampson. Launches a three. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Here's Nunn. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he makes the first. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tour. And that one falls for Johnson. Both good from the line that time. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Inside, here's Hartenstein, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
and really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Medu passes to Sampson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. The first one falls. John Wall's checked in for Houston. No good on the second free throw. Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
2 shots. Max on the first.
And the first one drops.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that super max contract he signed.
And so Wall nails both of them.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Pass to Sampson. Here is Forbes, covered by Wall. Forbes, the pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. The 3 ball. No good. So Houston will take it the other way. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Here's Wall, following the bucket by the Spurs. McLemore, no good. Here's Sampson. The teardrop falls in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Carroll. On the wing, Cephalosha. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Now here's Johnson, guarded by McLemore. Medu can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And that one falls for Carroll.
You know, a rugged, experienced player. The shooting and defense Carroll provides is really what makes him so valuable.
So he gets them both. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Kicks to Forbes. 6 to shoot. Johnson outside. Got a piece of it.
And, you know, a strong physical defender, when Carroll's in the area, he's got good timing to block shots.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Hartenstein. The Rockets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded by Johnson. From deep, Wall. That shot misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Here's Forbes. That's good, and Johnson with the assist.
And as a spot-up shooter, guys, Forbes is right there amongst the best in the league, and his movement is what separates him from many. And he gets those chances, he'll convert.
Now here's Wall. And that one falls for Wall. And so John Wall nails both of them.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Forbes the pass to Medu. Here's Sampson. That shot no good. A steal. Dishes to Forbes. And there's the pass to Samanic. Here is Forbes. Pass to Samanic. Carroll with the rebound. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Wall, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
And that one falls for Wall. Spurs shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The three from Johnson. They grabbed their own miss. A nice shot by Medu.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now here's Wall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wall's got 29.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here is Forbes. Here's Sampson. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Samanic. Here's Johnson. That one, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And he can just fly. We know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond.
Here's Samanic. Here's Johnson. Rockets Rockets with the rebound.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Now here's McLemore. Defense is right there. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Chandler. The rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Forbes, the pass to Johnson. Back to Forbes. Beyond the arc. That's good, and Johnson with the assist.
You know, that's really the biggest reason Forbes is out there, guys. Find space on the perimeter and knock down the three-point shot.
Outside, Wall. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. San Antonio's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Samanic. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Sampson. Count that one. Sampson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Outside, Wall. Can't connect from short range.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Sampson. Rebounded by Cephalosha. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Wall.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
San Antonio with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Johnson surveying the floor. The pass to Medu. Here's Samanic. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Wall. Defense right on him. Shoots. And the jumper is good. Wall's got 35 in the game.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
So we see Houston taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.